spray it. So this is a detangler that I like. Then I have like another detangler. It's a leave-in conditioner, and I'm just gonna use this because I know this one has a little bit of oil in it. And I just feel like I need to add in some oil into my hair. I know that's not always popular with everybody, but I just don't want my hair to be dry. And I'm gonna rinse out my brush while I do it, just to kind of brush out my hair a little bit. I guess I could have done that on dry hair, maybe. Maybe I could have done it on dry hair. But I'm gonna detangle it just because I went outside and it was a little windy outside. And I let my hair kind of blow in the wind a little bit. And it wasn't super windy, but just do a little bit of detangling. Preventative detangling. I'm gonna braid my hair again. Because I don't like to leave my hair loose. I'm going to quickly like put it back in a braid. Don't leave it out too long. Okay, so really, my hair, like these are my hips, right? And my hair is like hitting right here. Okay, so that feels good to like once you kind of get your hair detangled a little bit, it just makes you feel better. I know some people like to wear their hair loose all the time, but I'm like, no, I want my hair brushed. I want it in a braid. I just don't like it out and about. And you know what's great about that is, I want to be honest, like if you go on rides at theme parks, like you don't want your hair flying all over the place. I don't anyway. I guess some people do, but I like my hair, or just in the wind or anything really. I like my hair like very contained. Makes me feel better, you know? It's not going everywhere. Start brushing it up. Some parts might start sticking together, so I'll just kind of gently prise them apart a little bit. Okay, that's ridiculous. I like that shampoo. Hi, how you doing? So sometimes we get like things in life that just don't make any sense. And this is gonna be my solution to that. Is to do what you know is best. You don't need to worry. There's going to be a lot of people in the world. When you're doing what's best for you with the intention of like living a simple, happy life, there's a lot of people that don't like it. When you set out to live a simple, happy life, there will be people that don't want that for you. They want you to be as they are. Like, because there are some people in the world that they like friction and they like calamity. They don't want to just be at home drinking coffee or doing art or just watching a good show or something. They just want a controversy. And I hate controversial stuff. I hate conflict. I always say, like, what are you doing today to be the kindest, hardest person to everybody on this planet? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you trying to be a higher version of yourself? Are you focusing on your own life lane and plate? Are you being 120% like wishing peace on other people? Just, being somebody, because if you live an introverted life where you're focusing on yourself and you're focusing on doing things that make you happy, you're not worried about what the rest of the world's doing. You're living a life of self-confidence. Like, what other people are doing, like, some people think when somebody's doing a certain thing, like, I don't know, they need to compete with that person, like, especially on social media. Like, somebody was saying, oh, they don't like that so-and-so seems too confident, and they want to, quote-unquote, humble somebody. But I think that's wrong, because I think, like, if you were truly a humble person and you believed in humility, you would just be out living your life, like, doing charity and charitable works or something like that, you wouldn't be on social media like trying to scold somebody. Because when you're living the best, most highest version of yourself, you're not looking to criticize other people. You're not looking to be confrontational with other people. That's just not something that's on your radar. People that want to live their best life, they want to focus on their own life. And it doesn't mean that they're not going to do good for others. It just means that they're very honed into living an introverted life. I believe if you want to live like a peaceful, introverted life, you're thinking about what can I do today to like get my life together, clean my house, study, work on something for career development, work on a hobby. And you know, if I see somebody doing something and I don't know, whatever reaction I'm having from that, it's something within you. Like this is the truth. Like if you're mad at somebody or you think somebody should be doing something a certain way or you don't like the way somebody does something, you need to ask yourself within, what's bringing out that reaction? Because it's not really them, you know. It's not really them. Like if you're mad that you see like a woman, and I feel like this is always with a woman. They're not doing this with men, okay? I never see women like go to men. Well, especially like Donald Trump. Has anybody like, I know like some political people might say, oh, they need to humble him, but not really. It's always like some woman that seems happy and she might be an influencer type and they're like, oh, we need to humble her. But why? If you don't like something somebody's doing, I feel like that reaction is coming within you. So you have two choices. You don't have to interact with a person that makes you feel like a certain reaction, or if you don't like something they're doing. We have choices in life. And if you're living a peaceful, introverted life where you're wanting to live your highest version of yourself, you're choosing, this is my view, to just focus on yourself. Like you might get a reaction. I personally don't, but a lot of people do. I guess a lot of people just do. But I'm just sharing my viewpoint. I've just always been the person that I want to focus on like myself. I don't want to focus on what everybody else is doing. And there are times like when somebody's kind of mean and confrontational and like that, then I'll be like, oh, like what is that? Why? But I'm like, no. I don't have any desire to like have this thing like, oh, I'm showing that I'm sticking up for myself, and some people want to be like assertive and this and that. No, I just want to be like, how about we just focus on ourselves and focus on our own little happiness. What other people are doing does not impact us, because we can be doing so much for ourselves and we can still help other people and still want good things for other people. But what other people are doing in this world really does not impact you that much if you're okay within you. I'm not saying that people can't ever like have moments of self-doubt, but if you're doing the inner work to be a secure person within you, you don't need to humble some influencer. Like the comments are just wild and they're just not. And it's funny too, because on the other end of the spectrum, people are always talking about how they're girls and they want to support other women. But I still do see these elements where there are women, like they want to call each other out and they're like, oh, this influencer needs to be humbled just because they're doing a hair video. Just because this lady likes her hair and she has pretty hair, it's really none of your business. At the end of the day, that you might think, oh, but this person put this on the internet. No, but if your only intention is that you want to go to their video or their social media or just somebody you know, like I feel like this is a message just maybe for younger people. There might be older people that struggle with this too. But if you're mad at somebody, like if somebody does something, I don't know, why are you having that reaction, man? Why aren't you being introverted? Because the introverted people, I feel like maybe introverted people have this more on lockdown. I feel like extroverted people, this is something that you guys might have to work on a bit. Introverted people want to work on themselves, their inner peace, things like that. Like truly introverted people, those are things that like, it's just the core. And it's not that they can't be friendly to people. It's just like they don't want to spend their time worrying about what everybody else is doing and why they're doing things a certain way. They're literally more focused on doing inner work on themselves and living a peaceful life. That is like the introverted mindset. It doesn't mean you can't be friendly to people, but at the end of the day, no, I don't want to go like figure out why everybody does things a certain way and why they don't say things the way I like, because I'm like, there are a million ways to say and do things, right? There are a million ways to live. And we should all be wishing each other well and not just these other things, you know, that people think are okay. No, I don't know. Just social media is wild though sometimes. I'm like, I don't know. And I feel like it's maybe a lot of people, maybe their parents never taught them that, yeah, you don't need to make somebody feel a certain way. And like, if it's about like where you see some sort of influencer because they buy high-end shampoo or makeup or something, and oh no, you can't afford that, and you want to humble them, that's ridiculous, okay? Because there's a lot of people that have really beautiful, amazing hair and look like models who buy drugstore things. So you don't need to worry about what everybody else is doing all the time. Like if you don't like something in particular like influencer is doing, you can just leave them alone. If at the end of the day somebody posts something that you just don't agree with, and it's not like a social issue or a political issue where they're asking for discussion and they're just basically living their own little life, and I know some people are like, oh, but they're on social media, they're asking for it. No. I think we need to recalibrate the ways that we use social media, because in the past, if you approach someone and you got mad at them just for seeming happy and confident, you come off as a jerk. And I know I had people that would try and do that with me. Like I used to have, like, I remember when I was younger, there used to be women, like some women, well, I was more like high school age, that would tell me, maybe early college, that I shouldn't smile so much. Then why am I smiling so much? And they didn't like that. They didn't want me to smile. They didn't think I should smile. And you know, I realized right away that I couldn't really ever be friends with those particular people because they didn't want what was best for me. Like if they just wanted me to be happy, they wouldn't be so worried about something I'm doing that just is part of my personality and looking for positivity. And I don't know, there's just a lot of things, but I'm trying to focus more just within myself and sharing things that I think are pertinent. And I know that's going to go against like the spilling the tea culture, but I kind of think the spilling the tea culture has got to go away. I don't think it's done us any services, really. Like I know like that was a popular genre for a long time, and I guess there's still like incantations of that. But I'm just going to encourage you, like especially if you want to grow your hair long and you just want to have like a long hair journey in a healthy way. Let's say you see somebody on social media and they have long hair, I don't know, like some sort of thing, and then like one of your main inclinations is to criticize them, or you think that they should be humbled because they're not acting a certain way that you like. The irony of this is that's not humble, because people who are truly humble, they wouldn't be saying something like that on social media. If they post something on social media, it would just be more uplifting. And it's not bad to want to focus on more positive things. I know like some people are like, oh, that's toxic positivity. I disagree. I think there's some people that want to micromanage people. They just don't want anybody to focus more on the positive in life, because for some reason, like that's just not part of their personality. So they want to impose their mindset on everybody. But we don't all have to be part of your mindset. And then some are going to be like, oh, but social media is pretend and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I'm seeing another side to it that can just be negative. So I want to say, do social media in more of an introverted way and in a more positive way, and focus on yourself and focus on what you have to say. And I know this is really old school. This is really super old-fashioned idea. This is something from my mom's time. Like, if you don't have something nice to say to someone, like, I get it if it's like a political discussion or something, but if it's just an influencer and you don't like the way that they do their hair, or you don't like that they have money to go shopping or something, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. Like, I know that's really old-fashioned. I know that's super old-fashioned, and people are going to be like, but why? And here's another thing, too. Like, if you have all these thoughts in your head and you think, like, things should be a certain way, why don't you make your own social media page? Like, the people that just go off in the comments, like, they usually don't have any videos, they don't have any pictures, they don't contribute anything, they just love to criticize. And then I'm going to tell you, people that you decide to be on social media, you're winning, okay? Because you're doing it. Like, there's a lot of people, they love to criticize, but are they ever doing something? What are they doing? That's where I bring it back to focus on your own plate, life and lane. There's always going to be people that don't love what you're doing. And I'm not saying you can't ever give people constructive criticism, but just like the people that, oh, they don't like this, they don't like that. Oh, what? Well, you're living for you, you're not living for them. And you're living for the people that you want to uplift. That's my take. Anyway, thanks for watching.